These therapists are not supposed to be going out with you to brunch. They're not supposed to be coming to your birthday parties. They are your professional friend for a period of time. Hello, my loves. Hello, beautiful people. We are finally in an era where mental health is being embraced and people are going to therapy to address their issues. But the problem is sometimes you cannot find the right therapist because there's some therapists out here that are bland, and then there's other therapists that actually seem like they care about you. And I think that's really important because if you don't have a relationship with your therapist, you're not sharing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be a little more hesitant and you're not going to get to the root of your issues. So there are 3 things that a therapist should have at the very least so that you feel like you'll be able to open up to this person. Those 3 characteristics are warmth, genuineness, and empathy. Now listen, I know that those all sound like they are the same thing, but they're not. I want you to think about your therapist being like your professional best friend. Your best friend is someone that you're going to tell certain things to, but because they have that professionalism with them, you're likely to tell them even more because you're not fearful of being judged. It is literally their job and they are unbiased. So first things first, you want a therapist that is warm. When I say warm, this is someone that you most likely like, that you feel like you can tell them certain things, that you feel like they genuinely care about you, because who wants to talk to someone that you don't feel like they care about you or care about what you're actually going through? So just remember, you want a therapist that is warm. And I also am a firm believer that sometimes that can mean just feeling their aura. Have you ever been around someone and you just feel the warmth and love that they give to anyone that they care for? Because you get the vibes. You know when the vibes are kind of like negative and kind of A therapist is supposed to be someone that walks along with you in the journey. So if you are talking to someone or working with someone that you feel like is not there for you along the way as you make mistakes and achievements, they're probably not for you, and that's probably why you're getting those weird vibes that you're getting. So the first thing that you really need to ensure that you have is warmth. And then the second thing you need your therapist to have is genuineness. This is where you feel like it's really authentic. This is someone that you're talking to. They're not fake. They're not acting like something. They're not lying, acting like they have the same interests as you, things like that. You want someone that you can really relate to, right? So someone who's genuine, not phony, not fake, and someone whose outsides also match their inside. And then the last one is empathy. This kind of ties back into the first one when we talked about with warmth, but you want someone who is not going to give sympathy to you, make you feel like, oh, poor baby, I'm so sorry that happened to, but someone who is going to stand beside you, someone who is going to be there for you to ensure that they are leading you in the right direction, or at least prompting you to think how you plan to get past the issues that you have, give you tools, things like that. Someone who is there, your companion in a sense. And make sure they are willing to understand your background. It is very important for therapists to be able to understand cultural differences and values. And if they are not willing to understand where you're coming from, probably not for you, right? And guys, I want you to know that I didn't just come up with these characteristics out of thin air. Actually, Carl Rogers, who is an American sociologist that we praise for their humanistic perspective, he talks about this and he says if these core characteristics are things that are within a therapist, they are likely to have a prosperous career, because the important thing about doing counseling is you have to have a good relationship with your clients. If you do not have a good relationship with your client, it's not going to work. You're not going to help anyone, because who wants to tell their business to someone that they don't have a good relationship with? It's weird, it's awkward, it's cringy, and it's just counterproductive. So guys, I hope the characteristics of the therapeutic triad by Carl Rogers does you well, and it helps you just narrow down what you are looking for in a therapist. Now, I also want to say to remember that it is professional, okay? These therapists are not supposed to be going out with you to brunch. They're not supposed to be coming to your birthday parties. They are your professional friend for a period of time. So please do not put these therapists in a position where you are crossing boundaries and having them have ethical violations and stuff. But have someone who is actually going to work with you and provide you with the support that you need. So anyways, per usual, I hope these connected the dots in your life, and make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.